Hello. Are we going? Let me see.
C8. No, what's your name? Oh, there he is.
Who? What?
Oh shit, there we go.
You're on. We're on.
Yeah, we're on.
Okay. You got there way faster than I did.
Because it pops
We're
up.
waiting on.
Um,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm also gonna silence my phone so it doesn't.
Wait, what's crescent moon?
Crescent moon. I put a Facebook post up. So
Okay. Okay.
and let's see. Noah. Oh, hey.
Noito.
So Irish. Hello again.
Irish.
Oh, let me show since you're here.
The book the shadows.
This is an Irish exclusive. And now I'm getting hot, so I gotta come out of this.
And getting
So
in her.
that is Irish's. Oh, and I've got to sew the signatures into it. So I've still got to put all those in here. And if Irish can see, there we go. There's the inside. So I have it. I just, like everything else in my life, it gets put on the back burner. But I just got to sew it together. Everything I believe is done. I'll do another walkthrough with it. Make
Talk.
sure all the little nifty things in here that I want in here, and then I will have it in the mail to you.
Talk about conspiracy theories. Have you heard the thing about gas stoves?
Yes, I have. And it normally would not have caught me off guard, but my mother has a gas stove. And she's going to flip her shit if they do that to her. Because why? The only
What do you?
reason why they're taking them away is for control. Because if you control the food, you control the people.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that is a workaround to the system. So if your power goes out, you can still light your stove. So they can't flip the switch on that. But that means it would also start eliminating wood stoves. And, but see, if they start doing that, and they got to take away grills, like gas grills and stuff like
Propane.
that. Like that would be a downward spiral. And that would probably. Do you imagine football season with no tailgating equipment? No grills? Unless you just went all electric?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people would have rioted over less.
And there's
Speaking of
always
riot,
charcoal.
yeah, but
I like charcoal
I
food.
like charcoal in certain for certain things, but I don't like if I'm doing ribs or brisket or something like that. I want even temperature. You know what I mean? And it's hard to do that, in my opinion, for me with charcoal. It's too much. It's too needy. Charcoal's too needy for me. I want something easy like a flame of fuel of some sort.
I can't beat the charcoal taste. Kebabs cooked like chicken and steak kebabs with that charcoal crisp, which is what
Oh,
they
I
call them.
mean,
They call them speedies or something. There's like
I've never
for
heard of speedies.
it's called speedy sauce. It's like a marinade, but I'm hungry. Can you tell? I'm always hungry.
Same. My sweet tooth is what gets me. But you're right, Irish. There's so many other issues. It's just one of those like look over here, but we're gonna be over here. What is that cloak and dagger situation? Smoke and mirrors,
Mm-hmm.
where they're telling you one thing to get you all jacked up and pissed off. That way they can do something over here. Like, okay, for instance, there's so many conspiracies going on about why the Air was shut down yesterday. Why the FAA grounded everything. Canada was also grounded, and I think that it's come out that we share one operating system with them, but not all of the operating systems. So whichever one we share with them, if that's even true, because I was told in the beginning that we don't share the same system that they do, and there's a reason for that. But with all the fail safes and all the backup plans to the backup plan to the backup plan that they put in place that has worked for the last however long we've been flying now, that's the first time since 9/11 we've been grounded. And that's pretty significant because it look at what happened in 9/11 and why they grounded everything, and then that's a whole nother conspiracy. So if you take that into consideration, I can only imagine what the real reason for this one was and why it happened. It was kind of quiet, and then you found out kind of later. And they're saying, Adrian said what they're blaming it on is because he was looking it up. Because he didn't, I mean, half the people in the world didn't even know about it. It
I'm
said,
just hearing about it now.
Really?
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. Accidentally replaced one file with another. Okay, really? That is such a stupid explanation. And if it's that easy to take us down, then we need another system in place. You know? But see, the day before that, they announced that they were training Ukrainian troops in Oklahoma on the Patriot missile system, which is a big deal. And Russia's, you know, a lot of people think, well, the day before this issue happened, that issue was announced. So they're thinking it was a retaliatory solution or whatever. But that's like, I see the timing that lines up with that, but I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. To me, I feel like it was a test run or the dumping of documents that's coming out because the only planes that were in the air were C-17s and I think C-130s, which are huge, like they carry tanks and stuff. They're transport vehicles, transport planes. So if everything around here was grounded except what looked like helicopters and military planes, then what was really going on in my mind?
What?
So I went off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Lisa Marie did pass.
He died.
I know she was rushed in for cardiac arrest.
Lisa Marie Presley dead at 54:31 minutes ago.
What? I can't even believe that she was that young. You know, she's only 10 years older than me. Isn't that weird? That's weird to me. And she was rough.
Yeah, when you think about her dad being Elvis.
Yeah.
1968.
Yeah, and I was born in 78.
She's my mother's age.
Apparently, she was acting strange at the Golden Globes. And then, like, something happened
Angela
with that.
Bassett won an award. I'm happy.
Who?
Angela Bassett.
Oh, yeah. I didn't hear everything you said.
I was about to say, our Lord and Savior, Angela Bassett.
I know. She looked good. I feel like that dress she could have had a better dress on.
Do you know how old she is?
Gosh. She's got to be pushing 60.
She's 64.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know she's been around forever. And she's always done really good roles. Oh my God. I didn't even know about her until she did How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Mm-hmm.
Taye Diggs. So
waiting to exhale. What's love got to do with it? That woman is 64 years old.
Mm-hmm. I watch her every Monday on 911.
I need to know her secret.
Hello from Wales. Angela Bassett is a queen. That's right.
And Viola Davis, too.
Viola Davis. What is the one chick's name? I just watched her in Hidden Figures.
Oh,
Octavia.
Octavia Spencer and Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, yeah. I love them. Oh, my God. I feel like everything they put their hands on is amazing, or everything they're in ends up being amazing because they're just. Did you just? He's biting me. Nobody's seen the kitten, I don't think. We haven't been on since I got him. Oh, stop it. Crazy demon, I'm telling you.
Throw the cat.
Yes, I did. He bit the shit out of me twice. I'm good.
Emma no overuse. But my thing is Angela Bassett's 64 years old. 64.
64 years old.
Doesn't look a day over maybe 40.
I know.
That woman's going to be 70 soon. Not soon, but she'll be 70. But we could also say that time isn't real.
Yeah, we could go there too because I feel. Oh, that's the other thing. Everybody. So is she a boomer or is she my Gen X, an elder Gen X? I don't remember what the time. I want to say it's 65, so she might be right before the cutoff. But everybody says that Gen X is aging differently, like we're going backwards. But I think honestly, we're just.
God, I wish that's true for me.
Well, you're a millennial or Gen Z.
I'm on that little area, like on the cusp, where some say I'm Gen Z, some say I'm millennial.
Alan's technically a millennial, but he's like, no, because I remember blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't give a fuck if you remember it. I was there when it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of snobby about it because there has been no other generation before or after that has done Gen X shit and gotten away with it. Minus, eras that we can't remember because we weren't there.
Are you drinking sweet tea?
Heck yeah. Out of my Pioneer Woman glass.
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Pioneer Woman. I got so much Pioneer stuff for Christmas.
You know the goblet she makes?
Mm-hmm.
I had a green one, and that was my first chalice.
I moved Hecate and changed up her whole
See Medusa.
Yes, Medusa is now watching from above.
Lady Blind Wolf in the house.
And then I've got Hecate across the room from her. And then Hecate is in the hall also by the front door, guarding the gate. I don't know. That's just how I felt about it.
Guardian Threshold. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, well, it just takes me longer to get around to getting things right. Watching from Wales, it's 2 a.m. Jeez, you're freaking on it.
I haven't been up at 2 a.m. and God knows when. Usually about this time I'm asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. On my vacation, I stayed up till 2, but that was after pregame and bedtime on the couch or in my chair, so that I had a refresh. Like I took a nap today. I've hit nap time phase. Like I need a nap. Hello, Lady Blind Wolf.
We're waiting on Tequila. She got stuck in traffic.
Yeah, traffic's been hell. You see these? I need some. Okay, you know how Lip Plumper works?
It basically just burns the shit out of your lips.
Well, it does plump them though. I'm wondering if I can just put that shit right up under here.
Just suck on a jalapeno. You'll be fine.
No, I don't want it for my lips. I want it to unsink these sunken treasure holes right here.
Get the I like to use Dr. Bayer. Wait, hold on. Dr. Thayer's hazel and rose petal, and it does really good stuff. There's tea.
Hello.
Ting, ting, ting,
What
ting.
did I miss?
Lisa Marie Presley died.
Oh shit!
Yeah, just happened.
Like 54 minutes ago.
They're taking out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Elvis's wife is still alive, isn't he?
Is it she?
Yeah, sorry.
What was her name?
Presley.
Presley.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I'm trying to get my computer and
She's alive.
the
What's her? I can't think of her name.
A mother.
Hi. Hello. Hey, Irish. Hey, Trisha. You know what? I'm already doing this. I need to find my glasses before we
Priscilla.
Priscilla Presley. She's still alive, isn't she?
Oh.
I mean, she was last year.
And I haven't heard anything about her dying, so she should still be. Yeah, she's alive.
How old is she?
She's 77.
Oh, she's not as old as I thought she was. My conception of time is all over the
Her
place.
son's alive, so it's just Priscilla and her son.
Damn.
But the son is not Elvis's. I don't think. Yeah, this man was born in 1987. It ain't Elvis's kid.
That ain't Elvis's child unless it's immaculate
He's not,
conception.
he's not bad looking though.
Putting glasses on.
So I can actually see what's happening. So I can actually read a couple of things. They make fun of me at work because I have my glasses like this all day. I'm like the teacher. They walk in my office and I'm like,
yep. Mine are in my bag. Probably should put them on my face, but you know, I have my readers right here.
These are my readers. What were y'all talking about before I came in?
Gas stoves and
gas stoves.
Yeah, gas stoves.
We need us right here. I don't
gas stoves and time.
Time not being real.
Okay.
There was some other stuff.
It's technically not.
Okay. All right.
It is a man-made thing. Well, it's man-made based on the sun, though, isn't it? So it's kind of real, but not really in the constraints that we put it in.
Yep. It's because humans have the need to control. Because if we didn't have time, nobody would say we had to be at work at 8 o'clock.
I know it's been a long time, y'all. We decided that we were going to come back in the first of the year, and it almost didn't happen. And April was like, "Didn't we say we was going on today?"
Do I need to go get my glasses?
Can you?
No, my actual everyday, all day glasses are somewhere. These are just my readers that I can't wear while we're on the computer because I'll get seasick.
I have the blue light glasses, but I don't have glasses.
Gotcha.
And don't forget, April, you have the access to add the comments to the page. We don't.
Oh.
Yeah, that's you, not us. I have no control. I have no control.
I haven't seen any questions yet. What do y'all want to talk about tonight? Because it's kind of like open mic night. We didn't really have.
We said we were going to come in with one thing and then let it flow. What was that we were talking about the other day?
I float on like 5 things. No one's chiming in.
I feel like, Rowan, what was it? You're the youngest mind here. Like, you got to remember stuff.
Rowan's relaxing.
I'm very relaxed.
He's on some ashwagandha.
Oh my God, y'all! What did we talk? We have such amazing conversations until we come on live.
Yeah, but we have to bleep out some of our conversations because it goes to like her titty pencil.
This is the comment that you decided to put up. Oh my goodness!
It was a worthy comment. How about the solar flare? Which one? What did it do? What did you hear about the solar flare?
Forks and knives that Noah put up?
Yeah. I think somebody was like, "Are you hungry?"
What you hungry for, Noah?
No.
He can't be. Oh. Is that because of lunch today? Okay, so my mother is the absolute worst person to go to lunch with. She literally will always put shit in your purse. Like, you'll walk away from the table, there will be no salt and pepper shakers, half the silverware is gone. She does it. She won't put it in her purse, but she'll put it in everybody's purse. And today when we went to lunch, Noah was with us. And because we went to the Rock Barrel today. Oh my God, it's in the car. I can't show you what I bought.
You went to the Rock Barrel? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. But anyways, so we decided to stop at a Mexican restaurant over by my job, right? So we walk up and we see my aunt's car outside, which is Laura's mom. And when we go inside, I see my mom is sitting with her. So I go over there and I interrupt their lunch. Obviously, we pull our tables up to their table. And because mom kept trying to do that, I was sitting next to my Aunt Betty and I was messing with her purse and I just kept kind of zipping the zipper up and I stuck a knife in there and then I stuck a fork in there and then I stuck one of those coasters in there. And she was so busy watching my mom, making sure that mom doesn't touch her purse, that I'm over here like this and her daughter's handing me stuff. I'm like,
what?
And then my mom goes to the side of the table where Noah's at and sticks a fork down his shirt.
Ooh.
And then when we went outside, she stuck the fork down Stephanie's shirt and she was like, I forked y'all. Like, Mom, this is why we can't take you nowhere. You can't be telling my friends that you forked them. She's like, I forked her in the parking lot. I was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I forked her in public.
So Noah got forked by my mom today at Mariano's on Skillman in Dallas.
How do you feel, Noah? Are you relaxed?
Oh my God. I'm telling you. This is where I get it from. And then on my way home, I'm on the phone with my grandma because it's 2 hours to get home. And she's like, so you just got over being sick again? And I'm like, yes. So I can't come over. I haven't been over. And she goes in on me about and it was my mother that did it. But she goes in on me about not what she calls you're not doing your mojo. And I'm like, Mama, sure, yes, I am. And then so she has to go over all these things that I have to do that I got to get done this weekend so that I can show her. But she just she just ripped it into me. And I'm like, but I did that. I didn't do that, but I did that. And then she was like, well, that worked before. Why didn't you do that? And I'm like, because I was doing this. You know, this worked before, so I did this. I'm just like,
maybe it's time to switch the game up.
Well, she told me to, so I have to.
Well, gotta listen to your elders.
You don't argue with my grandma.
You don't call grandma an elder.
You don't call my grandma. You don't yell. I mean, you don't argue with her. You just do it.
Elder, I was raised that elder was a term of notoriety and respect.
She doesn't mind if you call her an elder. You just make sure you listen to her, because if you think just because she's almost 90 that she's going to forget, you're wrong. This woman still has every single one of her teeth in her face.
How did she get that old and not have memory issues?
Doing her mojo.
Yeah, she's doing her mojo right. Yeah, exactly.
We were just saying earlier that she probably beat the devil to death, or no, the
Grim Reaper.
Well, she called him death, but it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yes,
it's exactly the same thing.
And she was like, "Oh, he's not all that they said that they is," and he's like, I "Remember,
shit."
I was very young, and I don't know if I saw a movie or something, and I was afraid of him coming to get me at night or whatever, because grandma never let any lights be on in the house. That's why I got used to darkness when I was real young. Like nothing, no lights, no night lights, nothing. You couldn't have it. And she had told me, she was like, yeah, he ain't as scary as they make him out to be. And she's like, he ain't the only one. There's a lot of them, but they wouldn't dare come in here. And she's like, you know, I met him and I'll put him where he goes. If I tell him to leave, then he'll get out of here. And I'm just like, okay.
How does that remind me of the scene? That's not Bill and Ted, but like there was some movie I watched and it wasn't a lady. It was a man, but he was like, I'm not ready yet. I still got shit to do. So you're going to have to take a rain check.
You better know that it's going to be my grandma's decision when it's her time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done. You can come now. I have no doubt about that with her. Yeah.
And I feel people that don't fear death, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But
she broke her leg last year.
Yeah.
And we had to go over there, you know, and because she wouldn't stay down. Not once did she take pain medication. with a broken leg. It was broken, y'all. You know, the middle of your leg, this part was broken. I can't even show you. Between the foot and the knee, that part was broken. Yeah, it wasn't like just out of place. And she didn't take no pain medication. And when she had they had her in rehab, the rehabilitation place, she checked out after like a week and a half because they were forcing her to take pain medication when she didn't need them.
I get that.
That woman, she's something else, let me tell you.
I mean, in 90 years, a broke leg, she's probably seen worse shit than that.
Oh, yeah. She lived through the depression, so.
Yeah, like, she made it tougher stuff.
And then there's other things she said to me that I have to tell you off camera. Like Grammy's getting wicked. Like she was when she was younger.
Is it magical or is it about the Kegels?
No, not about, oh my God, I couldn't. And because you know she calls me Tinky, and she was telling me what I need to do in like her version of the Kegels, and she was like, she was telling me how to do it. Okay, I'm not gonna get into details. And she goes, because you don't want that to be all flappy. You've had 3 kids. We're not having this conversation. We're not gonna do it. He's like, when you get old, you're gonna pee on yourself. And I'm like, I already can't laugh hard. Like, and I was like, I gotta get off this phone call with her because no, ma'am.
She's probably telling you how to do it the right way, because I didn't know until I started working with a chick that was in nursing school that the way that people assume that Kegels are, like, there's 3 different layers. I just did it, not even thinking about it. There are 3 layers.
Every time we say it, I'm doing it. Just
yeah.
So you know.
I mean,
Can I do it?
Are you doing yours now, Rowan?
But if you hold, like if you do your squeeze and then hold it, don't let it go, and then squeeze again. Wait 10 seconds and then squeeze again. There's 3 layers. And you get to that 3rd squeeze and hold for 10 seconds solid. Then relax and then do that again. That's like a true all the way up Kegel. That goes all the way to the pelvic floor.
When you're walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I still don't want to have that conversation with my grandma.
I mean, that's got to be one of the top 10 conversations of all time to have with the grandma.
Grandma probably does Kegels.
No, it's not. Whenever she was with her last man that she didn't get to marry, and that's probably why he's still alive because the first 3 are dead.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, she informed me of why he wasn't giving it up. So she was like, I gotta go. And I was like 14. I didn't want to. No, I was 15. Yeah, because I was pregnant with my child. You know, so I'm like, and my grandma, we're in her little Pinto driving like we do. I drove everywhere, and she's telling me that she's not getting laid, so she's gonna leave the guy because she's not getting laid. I'm just like,
Grandma.
I've left people for less. Like, no, it's not. I don't know. That's how my kids feel because of the way I talk all the time.
It's hereditary, apparently.
You're an open, it's an open conversation, which I think should be had all the time.
Yeah, it's just weird with my grandma. Like, I'm okay with my mom. It doesn't really bother me. I like to embarrass her all the time. Like today at the restaurant, I was trying to embarrass her in front of the waitress, and I was saying about that she used to do porn when I was little, and that's how I found out about anal sex. And she just kind of looked at me, and the waitress didn't pay me no attention, though. I don't even think she heard me all the way. She was like, that's not okay.
If I'd have been that waitress, I'd have kept a straight face, gone to the back and been like, let me tell you.
My mom would have popped the teeth out of my mouth.
So now what?
Huh?
I told the stories of my life. It's Alan! Yo!
What's that in your hand?
Something for Adrian.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Nosy.
And for you.
It's like she was talking to a dog. What you got in your mouth?
Put that down.
What's in your hand?
I got hookers and cocaine. That's what I got. That's what's in my hand.
In one hand?
That's not a
Okay.
very big hook. That's not a very big hooker.
That's not very big.
I thought he said boogers, not hookers.
He said,
You said hookers? I had boogers. Okay.
Nope, I don't keep those in my hand.
they're on your ceiling. He flings them.
On the bathroom wall.
Oh my
Shit.
goodness.
At my old job, the bathroom wall used to have boogers all over it.
Oh, that's really gross. I was joking.
It happens to damn kids.
No, we walked one of the apartments where there was only an adult living there, and where you could see where his bed had rubbed up against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wall full of boogers. I think I put it in a vlog back when I was still vlogging. It was gross. It was disgusting.
Wall
Kids
full of
do dumb
boogers.
shit. Kids do dumb shit. Well, is there a conspiracy or a spirit talk
We
topic?
had one the other day that we said that we were going to start with. Let me see if it's on the phone.
We know how that goes. We say one thing and then we always forget it.
Yeah, I gotta refer to our conversation, but that could be a minute.
Yeah, where we talk way too much.
Thank you for choosing your crazy school society. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
I love how she just learned to ignore him.
I don't even think she heard him.
I don't pay him no mind.
And that's the sign of a lovely marriage.
I'm glad nobody heard that.
Say it again.
He stepped on a frog.
Oh.
No, I'm tooting my own horn.
Did you know that you're live and we're not just chatting?
Hi.
You know we're live, right? Like live.
You don't care.
Okay.
He's like,
As long as he's okay with it, we're okay with it. Like
He
it's
doesn't
all
give a
good.
shit.
He's walking to the beat of his own drum.
Yes, it is.
Yes, he is. So I see on here there's a shared TikTok about aliens, the one about the lube, and then and then one about the shift. But I think I can't remember if this was the shift, like the magnetic pole. What? Magnetic poles, or a different kind of shift, because I haven't opened it today, so I don't remember what it was. Congratulations. Go away.
Her eyes get so
Anunnaki.
Lady
People play
Blind
that game.
said
Please
that
stop.
look, Lady Blind tried her hand at spirit seeking.
Oh, how did that go?
There were 3 men executed at the courthouse property.
That sounds about right for that.
Yes, Noah, the barrel and the crate.
Crate and barrel. I want to go there. Wait, crate and barrel. Never mind.
Crate and
Speaking of
barrel. One.
Yeah, I was thinking of the rock barrel in my head, but crate. That's why when I said it, I was like, "That's not what I was thinking," but that's what I said.
Do you remember that one that I sent, or did you send it to me? I sent it to you, I think, where the guy was doing
The shift, the facial shifting.
Uh-huh.
That's fucking.
because it's
weird.
happening so much more. I don't know if you want me to play it, let people see.
Yeah.
This guy, as he's doing impressions of Tom Cruise and somebody else, and you can tell who it is. His face like shifts.
He's the guy from The Office, isn't he?
I don't know. I never watched that.
I feel like he's an actor that everybody's gonna know. It's just a really old interview.
And some other supporting guys, and then Tom Cruise walks in, and even those guys are like, "Whoa!" And he's super stoked to be there. You know, he's like, "Yeah, oh, boo!" You know, like he's like
Oops. Sorry.
immediately excited when he walks into a room. And so he comes over and he sits next to me, and I think he had been briefed on some of the supporting guys, but like trying to place me, you know. He sat in next to me. He's like, I love your work. Oh, thanks. I love your work too, Tom Cruise. Thanks. And I go, yeah, I'm friends with Judd Apatow and Seth Rogen, and they went to your house. I'm like, yes. They did come to my house. And I said, Seth Rogen was like, it was amazing. He has like a bike track in his backyard. It's phenomenal. And I did a Seth Rogen impression, and it was like I did a magic trick. Tom Cruise was like, yeah. And he points to me. And he pointed me, and he goes, you do impressions, and you're on Saturday Night Live. Like you want a game show. He's like, yeah, Tom.
You see that though?
Yeah, I see some.
You see some facial changing. So it's funny because we're seeing a lot more of that stuff. Obviously some of it's fake. Some of it's made. But there's a lot of it that isn't, like the eyes changing. There's a lot going on, and I find it funny because, and I've always said this when I talked about my grandma, when she gets into her darker space, if you want to put a color on it, I really do believe that sometimes she could be just something else. Her eyes would always go black.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like she wasn't even like the person there, and it's always been that way. But she was always still my grandma, like she's never done anything that caused harm to any of us family members, but like her eyes have always changed, like my entire life.
They're showing that a lot on like news clips or interviews, kind of like that one where they'll look. How when you talk, like I know I look away a lot when I talk, and so when they look away, it's like the light catches and the eye looks like a straight slit, like a goat eye or something, or a cat eye. And I'm like, is it a trick of the light that we've just never noticed before, or is it like they're losing their grip on being able to control it?
See, and I think that's what it is. I think just because we're in a time of so much technology and like you can't really hide now. Like you just can't hide anymore from anything. Like there's literally cameras everywhere at stoplights and in the stores, at the ATMs, your phone, the damn phones talk on their own most of the time too. It's like there's
fucking Alexa.
I was yelling at her today at work. She was playing stuff. I'm like, I don't listen to rap music. What are you doing?
I do. Maybe she was channeling me.
Maybe she was channeling you, because that was not what I was asking for.
Like
Post Malone.
I put in the, like, when people see this online later, it'll say, "Don't call it a comeback." That's an old school
comeback kid.
Well, oh my God,
Marky Mark the Funky Bunch.
I don't know if it was them or not. Now I'm confused. I thought it was Ice-T.
I thought that was Kim Kardashian. Didn't she have come on her back?
Anyway, weird that overlapped.
I can't take credit for that joke. That's a Parks and Rec kind of thing.
I couldn't get into that show.
Oh, I never watched it. I just watched the bloopers.
Well, it's like there's speaking of
look at what Midnight Lace said.
Midnight Lace. Where do you see that? With all these, hold on, I gotta highlight it. With all these filters and face swaps, you can't lose your discernment. All these filters and face swaps, you can lose your discernment of being able to tell what's what. Is that what you mean? LL Cool J.
That's it. Mama said knock you out.
Yeah. I had that stuck in my head when I
had the big crush on LL Cool J like forever. Like, oh my god. Oh my god.
You don't now? Like, have you seen him?
No, I still do. Like, dude, like he's the freebie. Like you get one freebie in the marriage, like if it's a superstar.
He's not my freebie, but
who's your freebie?
I mean, if he knocked on your door, you'd be like, nah.
No, because
who's your freebie? I gotta look at him. Was he there?
I don't have a freebie. LL Cool J? You don't know who that is?
I know LL Cool J, but I don't know what he looks like.
What?
Cool
See,
J.
this is what happens when you have youngsters on. Everybody,
I'll show you my
no one
favorite.
doesn't know what LL Cool J looks like.
I just look at him. I know who he looks like now.
Barbara, oh, it flopped up. Oh, do you think that when someone's eyes go black, you're seeing a demon? I don't. I mean, I'm sure maybe sometimes you have a situation, but like, I have my own opinions on the demon word. You know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure my grandma's not channeling any demons.
This is my
Well-
freebie.
Ew! No.
What's wrong with John Bernthal?
his nose.
She didn't have to hesitate. There was no hesitation.
I can't. Like, how you kiss that?
There's nothing
A
wrong
peek
with
in your
nose,
face.
okay?
Have you seen Alan's nose? It's cute and pert. It's just a little bitty.
The thing is that my
This
freak
one's a speed bump.
all the time. Okay, so
You got a cute nose. An appropriately sized nose for his face.
Freebie Halliwell.
Maybe. Phoebe Halliwell. We were watching Charm the other night, the original.
it's the one you want to watch.
I love Charm.
I don't really have a free pass because I find something wrong with everybody.
The thing is that you
Don't
have
take my thing.
you have a free pass. It doesn't mean that you'll actually do it, but it's very fun to talk about it. And mine changes all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't even nail it down if I had to. Like,
It's like a revolving door.
it's just something fun to say that you have. Like I always say that my husband's free pass is Brad Pitt because that he has a man crush. Like he has a dude crush big time on Brad Pitt. Like seriously.
can you blame him? Brad Pitt and Troy, that would be my friend. But it'd have to be the Brad Pitt that played in Troy. That is the free pass. That
Ryan
Joe
Reynolds.
Magniello.
I don't want to laugh during that.
I would just want to stare at Ryan Reynolds, just sit here and let me stare at you because you're just so pretty.
Oh, I guess I got
I
another
can't
thing.
that much either.
There's two people.
Someone is saying hi to you, Crescent Moon.
Yes, it's Marty. I did a wave because somebody was talking, so I was just like,
You know what? I'm gonna agree with Brad Pitt with Interview with the Vampire, but my favorite,
oh,
but Brad Pitt was never hotter to me than he was in
So you see the picture?
where
don't
he's with
say something, Louise.
no.
Is you see the picture? It's a gas tank with two nozzles.
Uh-huh. Wait, what was all that other stuff that you tried not to let us that went away?
See? Wait, hold on. It's a
Chris
gas.
Evans?
It's a gas tank with two nozzles. Hold on.
I don't like Chris Evans either, though.
Wait. Gas tank with two nozzles.
What was that? I'm trying to remember that movie where he was with his two brothers and he fell in love with the wife too, and then
We talking about Brad Pitt still?
yeah. What was that movie? Oh my god. He was so hot in that movie.
A river runs through it.
Not
Does
this
anybody
one.
know what that movie was with Brad Pitt where he had two brothers and then the younger brother went to the war so the other two went with him
Yeah.
and the other died?
Is that a river runs through it?
No, and then they came back and then Brad ended up with his wife for a while. And
That was
then
on TV the other night. Because it had that old man in it. Shut up. The old man, he ended up getting all weird and losing his voice. and
brothers
stuff.
in it, and they all ended up with the woman at one point or another.
The Native American chick.
Yeah. You know what? Can you ask Jose? He'll know because that's his man. Yeah. Oh, Legends of the Fall. Never mind. We got it.
That's it. Well, he did Legends of the Fall and a river runs through it back to back, and they were kind of similar.
Yeah, but
Like
Legends of the
Sarah
Fall,
and
he was
stuff.
so hot. He was so hot. We
I'm
don't have
still
any
gonna go with
conspiracies that
Troy.
we're talking about, but yet we talk about conspiracies all the time. We're just sitting here. We're literally just talking shit. Yeah.
What's wrong with talking shit?
Well, that's not what people are here for.
You're enjoying it.
I'm looking at all his movies and I'm like, man. Speaking of, okay, Brad Pitt, have you ever noticed that everybody he dates, he changes his hair color and style to match?
I noticed everybody he dates ends up looking like a pencil. Like super anorexic, skinny, like this.
Well,
they all end up that way. If you go look at them, they all end up that way.
Angelina started that way though. Like,
come on, she didn't have knobby knees. Angelina was actually hot in Girl Interrupted. Like, come on.
She was still skinny though. Yeah. Like her best work, well, she looked the healthiest in my opinion, was when she was in Hackers, and I think she was or Gia.
No.
What are you talking about?
Laura Croft.
Laura Croft. Oh no, yep, he's right.
Laura Croft.
She has muscle mass on her. That's true. That's
she
true.
Actually looked healthy.
She looked healthy in that. She looked okay in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. She was still too.
That was whenever they actually got together, was because of that movie. So,
well, I'd get together with him because of that movie too.
Yeah, but if you look at all the girls that he dated, like that movie California, and he started dating that one girl after that movie, and she got uber skinny. I think the only one I didn't really see get uber skinny was Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. Well, and she was already established. I don't think he had any influence over her, you know, which she's still. That's Alan's free pass. Is that still your free pass, Jennifer Aniston?
For this week?
Oh no, not anymore.
I don't think anymore.
Who is it now?
Brad Pitt.
What do you mean you don't know yet? You're on the hunt?
He just had a over prostitutes and cocaine 5 minutes ago.
That's more acceptable than
Salma
making
Hayek.
it a fake girlfriend.
Salma Hayek.
Hayek is super hot. Yeah.
That's everybody's go-to.
But you know, in From Dusk Till Dawn, Salma Hayek dancing on, oh my God.
With the snake.
Yeah. Hey, Colin Farrell is your.
That's a little Irish guy, right? He's cute. I just don't like his eyebrows.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm thinking of someone else.
You're thinking of Will Ferrell, which is.
No, you're thinking of Will Ferrell. Colin Farrell makes me.
Colin Farrell looks good. He just.
Okay, then yeah, I'm thinking of the
rugged look to it.
Yeah, but he's little.
That man is pushing P.
I mean, little people could look rugged too.
What is that supposed to be, Alan?
What? Is it because you're 4'9"?
4'10".
I like that little.
I am my husband's free pass.
We actually have a question now.
Oh shit! So what was one? Is it this one? Is it Barbara?
Yeah, that's the only question that I see. There's some comments, but it's.
So what is it when a person who is so angry that their eyes turn black, fucking mad?
Well, see, I think the situation with my grandma, it usually when she gets to that point is because something has really pissed her off, like someone has messed with her family or somebody. But damn it, Rowan, I'm talking.
What?
You even know is my free pass. I do think because she did a lot of stuff that people would consider dark and like not good, like even like the sacrifices, because they did a lot of animal sacrifices and stuff in the younger days. I think some of that darkness comes in. But again, I'm not one of those that are into the demon thing. You know, I don't know how I feel about that. I've talked about it before, what I feel like demons actually are. But as far as my grandmother, that's what I think. There was one guy that I read his cards for him, and he had been in Vietnam. And when I read his cards, he thought it was so funny that it terrified me what I saw. That because I used to have people not believe that I could do cards when I was younger. I was always running away. I was never at home, you know, stuff like that. And I would tell them, okay, because I would flip the cards the opposite way and tell them I could read your past to prove to you I don't know you, and I'll read your past to prove to you that I know what I'm doing. And I read his past to prove that, and he knew what I saw. And whenever he saw that I remember that was probably the most terrified I've ever been in my whole life. And his eyes turned black, and he laughed at me. So that's
that I would think. Do you think that's just inner darkness, or do you think in some cases long-term willingly being possessed as possible.
This is a man who enjoyed the killing that he had to do with the children and women and all the stuff that he had to do in Vietnam. He enjoyed it. So
So would you just chalk that up to being a psychopath, or would you think
because they actually acted on, and see, that's what I'm saying, like with my grandma, they actually acted on a lot of stuff that they did, and he actually acted on a lot of the actions that he wanted, and I just feel like that kind of changes a person, you know, and the energy of the person changes too, and it's almost like they can switch, you know, like that. Here's this person, here's this, almost like creating your own poltergeist, but it's still within.
Yeah.
You know,
or I think a lot of people, it gets mislabeled as personality disorder when you try to explain that to a professional.
Yep. Because if you try to end up in a straight jacket yourself.
Yeah. You can't tell the truth to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I don't know. See, okay. Mystical Love and Light was saying I would call that evil, but I don't think in all cases people that harbor that much rage that it kind of takes over and they, it does spring out and hurt people. I wouldn't now people that enjoy killing for killing, especially women, children, anything really. Yeah, okay, that's evil. But there are some people like your grandmother that can kind of switch, but you wouldn't consider that evil, and neither would I. That I would consider that okay, well, number two needs to take over. You know what I mean? Like work has to be done. This side of me needs to deal with it. But I wouldn't consider it evil in all cases.
You remember watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Working on season 3 now.
Didn't watch it. Oh.
But in the series, whenever the witches do like any kind of like darker spell, their eyes turn black.
Yeah. Because Willow goes through that phase where she can't control it. And it's like every other episode, like she's just full on, But she's still Willow.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I didn't realize this comment was for me until just now when we were talking.
I didn't want to lose it, so I just stuck it up there because we were talking about
the video. I'm putting stuff in a box in regards to your children's likes. I wanted to know the reason I'm having behavioral problems with mine, and I need to calm him down on that. I did so much work with my Frankie because of just so much. The one thing that I kept up was a constant sweetening spell, whether it be sugar in a bag, in a jar, sweet water. I even did Kool-Aid before. And I did so much, and it was something that I had to keep doing with him because of what's wrong? What are you making a face for? April's making a face. April, you know more about what I had to go with Frankie, but it was a lot of work to do with him, and I had to do it quite often because stuff would just wear off, and you just gotta think like a mom, and just put stuff in there and whatever works for you. And you can even use freezer spells when it comes to like their behavioral issues and stuff, because when it comes to kids as they're growing, at least in my situation, and puberty happens and things change, stuff changes so much that I had to keep on it. Like things are leveled out now. It's different. Like he's an adult and you can feel that the energy has leveled out. There's not so many changes, but them as they were growing, I felt like I was always working on battling on the changes too, and having to redo things or add more or take away if it got too intense. It's just a lot of work. It was, but it's worth it. You have to do what you have to do, especially if you're magical, because I do think we feel things stronger than other people do. And when our kids are not doing right, it's a rough time for us, especially whenever we're dealing with other magical kids too. And it's a whole thing.
Especially when they can't articulate how they're feeling. You kind of have to just feel out their feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when they don't know why that they're feeling the way they're feeling, you got to figure it out. And like I've always said, the most powerful magics that there is a mama for their children. There's nothing going to be stronger. So if you just kind of tap into yourself, because that's what I did. I didn't read any of that stuff in books. I would just, what do I need to do to help my child? You know, sometimes I would even be crying. You know, and I need to get myself together, and I need to help my child because, you know, he doesn't like being like this either. And it'll come to you. It'll come to you because there's not a better connection than a mom to a child. There's not going to be one.
Yeah. I think you handled it well. You handled it much better than I did.
You know, there was trust me, there was moments that I didn't handle it as well as I should have. Trust me.
I didn't handle it well at all. But I also didn't have anybody going, like at the time I was going through my issues. I didn't know you. And I didn't have anybody else to talk to about my issue. That also helps also.
It does.
It's having somebody that you can call and be like, I just need a minute. Especially if you have somebody that has a child very similar, not the same, but very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, let me tell you what I did that didn't work.
Yeah.
Just so, you know, you can cross that one off your list. You know what I mean? Like, but.
Because I would call you and like you would completely understand what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't sound like a crazy person where I tried to talk to the girl that used to work with this one time at work when I came to work crying because of the situation. And, you know, she was like, well, maybe you should have calmed down. And I'm like, see, this is why I don't talk to people that don't understand. Like, yeah. And she was trying to explain to me that she used to work with kids with that kind of disability and stuff. And I'm like, you don't have to live with one. She goes, I work with them every day. I said, you don't have to live with them. The same thing. And Laura thought we were going to fight because she was insistent she understood and that I was wrong. And I actually stood up and I'm like, until you live with one and it's your child, do not come and tell me.
Yep.
I was like that. Do not. And I knew at that moment, these are people I can't talk to about what I'm going through.
Exactly. Because you don't have to wake up with them and fight and try to get them dressed, try to get them fed, try to get them bathed, like get them ready to see you at school. Like you don't do all that.
Yeah.
I get to you.
Like, never slept.
Right. Like they didn't sleep. Like, no, that's a different subject. Anyway, but yeah. What was and that face I was making while you were talking, Tequila, was I saw something that I didn't understand and I had to go back and find the other part of the thing and I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
No, your internet was just going a little bit choppy for a second.
Oh. I got them up there working. They get off. They should be off now. Do you believe some people are born bad, a bad seed? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are the ones that can't get right.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how hard they try, they just can't get right.
I will say though that those, and this is just my opinion, I've never talked to anybody about this opinion. I don't think me and Tequila might have talked about it, but I don't know. If we did, it was a while back. But I think some people that are, you know, the ones you think that are, or the ones that we perceive as bad seeds, they serve a purpose. We just don't get it yet. Like, because they're here for a reason. And it's most likely to teach somebody a damn lesson. Sweeten him up, yes. Some are born nurtured, that way some... What? Okay, I don't understand this one. See, I agree that some are born, some are nurtured, that way, and some medical... frontal lobe damage. Am I missing part of this?
I understand. Some are born that way, some are nurtured that way, and some are made that way.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it was just the way I was reading it because I'm dyslexic. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Lady Owl can try to take some of his Okay, this is for the other person, so I'm not gonna highlight that because it looks like they're having a conversation.
Oh, good. I like whenever they talk amongst themselves because sometimes we're talking and we don't see.
Yeah. There we go.
I like that.
Mary Meter.
Okay, now we can get into conversation now that it's 9 o'clock.
10 o'clock here.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. Y'all talk about this. Thanks for coming live. Made my night. Oh.
So, like, cloaking and shielding yourself, like if you have to do work on another practitioner.
And you don't want them to see you.
You know, can I share what I do? Because I found this very helpful in the last 6 to 8 months. There were people at work that needed to go. Anyway, so it does.
You got to keep hot foot powder at the desk.
I keep a lot of things at work. I have them hidden. Like, so I brought this one home months ago because somebody touched it. And I know, and y'all know, if you see one of these, you don't touch it, right? It's well, I had it hidden, and somebody went snooping because somebody saw me put it somewhere, and they unhooked it and were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Well, great. Now I gotta bring it home." Anyway, smoke shield. So when I do anything, I have a lot of smoke, and I use that as my shielding agent or blocking agent or whatever. I just smoke it out. That was my tidbit. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, because there's so many different ways of doing it. Like right now, Lady Blind Wolf just added one in there, as well. And when I leave for work in the morning, I bubble my house to make it invisible to people that don't need to see it. And I've always done that. I did it at the other house as well. And you keep your protections up. And even when all the houses around us were getting broken into, we didn't get messed with at all. So it doesn't just mean you can block yourself, but you can also shield your children from being bullied. That also helps. And like, oh my gosh, bullies. That's a whole nother thing.
It's kind of like a hidden in plain sight kind of thing. Like, you're not going to make the whole house disappear like if it was like a movie, but you'll make it so inconceivable where you wouldn't even think about it.
It just blends into the background. It's like you just driving on by. Yeah. It's just not even something that draws you interest, because see, a witch's house is always going to pull people's attention. Some of us probably will notice that whenever we're out in public, especially if we're looking at people, like if we're actually reading people or looking at people's auras and stuff like that, we get stared at more because it's just an automatic gravitate to that energy. Like people who don't practice, they're going to gravitate and stare. And they don't know why, and they might look and move on and never know why they looked at you, but it's just, you're going to get pulled to it. So our homes are the same way. People are going to want to see it. It's like they're going to gravitate to look at your house. That energy is going to pull you. So if I'm not home, I don't want people seeing it.
Yeah.
They say we radiate, or people that immediately, what is that? When you walk into a room and everybody turns, or a few people turn, then you pick up each other's frequencies, or you have energy.
I don't know all the time whenever I go to places. Like, and then you get the ones that automatically don't like your energy, other practitioners that automatically don't like your energy. Stephanie kind of went through that today when we went to one of the stores we went to. I'm not going to call it out. It wasn't Rock Barrel, it was another one. And the girl and her energy, they were just kind of like not clicking, and it gave her like a headache and stuff, and she had to get out. And she refused to buy anything there because she didn't want to put her money there, because her and that other girl's energy, it was just popping off each other, and they did not buy it.
Right.
They weren't vibing.
Well, and sometimes that's a good thing, because you can't get along with everybody.
But if you're writing a spell and you're like wanting to do workings against another practitioner, you're not wanting them to know that it's coming from your direction, you want to write that into the spell. There are crystals you can use for that. There are herbs you can use to block you. I like to use mirrors to block me. Like that's one of my main things.
Because if they start doing divination to see if who it is, all they're gonna see is themselves.
Exactly. Exactly. So and I know we say that a lot, but when it comes to magic, there is such a big variety of things that you can do. There's not really a limitation.
It can be whatever you want it to be too. Like, and you don't even need any. Okay, so how many times do we get shot at in Atlanta? I'm just saying, like, you don't even need anything. It can just be your, like, there were a lot of nights where I would be exhausted and I would just go to bed and I'd throw my hand up, and you just picture, at the time, I think the show The Dome was on, where the town was in a dome, and I just dropped that mental image over my entire building. Like, yeah,
that's kind of what I do to the house.
Yeah, bubbling, exactly. I just always call it a dome. I get stuck with dome.
It's easier to visualize a bubble.
Yeah,
for me, it's easier to visualize a bubble.
That's true. And that's all it takes. If your intention is behind anything, then that is the thing that will get done. And that's what, like, bringing it back to basics. It's all up here. You already have everything you need up here. Everything else is just an aid.
How did I take my glasses off and then try to read?
I know. Why did you literally took them off?
I took them off to read. Yeah. I was looking at this one. This person, when they're at battle with the enemy.
Which one?
They use Pantera. Am I saying it right?
When you're a spiritual battle with, here, yeah, I found it. I see it. I'm sorry, I clicked on it twice.
They would use a shield, a mask, a long dark hooded cloak to cover your identity. See, again, there are many ways of doing things, and you got to figure out what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Irish was saying she had to smoke screen during riots. Of course.
Oh my God, that was such a terrible, scary time, wasn't it? Yeah, that was. Yeah. We were locked and loaded magically and physically because we were terrified. Yep.
And you know what? You have to be that way, kind of like all the time now. And I don't think anybody realizes that we are always ready for battle. Because of the last 3 years, we're just like on constant lookout for like, what's the next thing about to fucking slap us in the face?
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
It's true. It's true. And I just, I had planned on just like working on, us not being so sick, because this last year was a year of sickness for my entire family, like everybody. Yeah. My mom's minor heart attack, my stepdad's major heart attack. Pneumonia, COVID, like it was all year. And then my Shelby passed away from that illness that I didn't even know existed. My poor puppy. It was just a rough year. And that's when my grandma was getting mad at me. She was like, you should have already had all this going and this. And she was like, haven't you done it before? She was telling me how to mix it. I'm like, I know how to do it. I was like, I was doing this.
Like, Grandma, I do have a job.
Well, she was like, you know that it works, so why don't you use this? And she's like coming over by my office tomorrow to bring me something else, and I'm just like, thank you.
The fact that she can get out at her age and go do anything is amazing.
She has to use a walker nowadays, but she still drives herself everywhere.
God, I can only hope that I'm going to live that long. Don't get my stuff under control. I'm going to be out of here next year.
She jumps at the chance to drive to your office and give you a earful.
I don't want that.
Yeah, and she doesn't care who's listening. But she pickled some beets a couple years back, and Laura doesn't like beets, and I don't either. But I'm not gonna argue. My grandma tells me try it. I gotta try it, and I gotta smile and act like I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't act like I like it. She knows I don't, but she wants me to taste it. And anyway, she brought some pickled beets because the other girl liked them, and she made Laura try them. And Laura's like, "But I don't like them." And she just looked at her like. And that matters because why? So Laura had and you don't argue. You just she just has this look about her where you're just like,
she'll give you the fucking eye if you don't do it. You gotta do it. Like,
do it.
It's the mafia, right? You gotta do it.
Noah says he wants to meet her. She might end up forking you.
See, and Noah, you said you're not coming by tomorrow. She's supposed to come by about 10 tomorrow.
Noah, you better get there.
Mm-hmm. If you're out and about.
Dylan wants to come back on the show.
Okay.
The work person that
Oh.
everybody loved him.
Yeah.
He drives me up the fucking wall, man.
That's
But
good,
he
though.
wants me to plug his he does a Twitch stream.
Mm.
So it's Clown. Oh my god. His names are so not normal names for stuff. He said it's Clown Baby 73.
I like that.
It's Clown Baby with 2 Y's at the end. So Clown Baby extra Y 7. Please watch him on Twitch.
I don't have a Twitch. Where do
I
you
mean,
Twitch at?
it's not as bad as Eat Me Cowboy.
Look it. I didn't want to share that bit of information, but here we go. You know what?
Okay.
I had a good time when I was younger. So
You shared it the other night. So.
I know. I hesitated, but I went ahead and shared it.
It's not worse. It's not any worse than anything other.
You know what? You said that you were going to call me out because of how upset I was about Jesus at Christmas time because he came out to me as straight, and I'm like, what? I'm like, are you sure? He's
I'm
like,
sorry, everybody. Lady Grave Dancer is heterophobic.
and he told me, and I'm like, but and he was like, no, I like girls, and I'm straight. And I'm like, but are you sure? Because how do you know? And he was like, no, Mom. And I'm just like,
he might change his mind, man.
Why? Like,
he might change.
I don't think it's fair that my cousin has 4 kids and 2 of hers are gay so far that have come out of the closet, and I only got the 1. I just don't, the numbers are not in my favor right now.
We love them. We care for them. We can't pick their partners.
This is backwards.
I really feel like you're not being supportive right now, April.
I'm trying to be supportive of both parties.
You don't understand how hurt I was.
I'm just saying, you love him no matter what.
I do.
And you can't pick his partner no matter what. You gotta love his
partner.
I mean, just think about it this way. Maybe it's just a phase.
No, I asked him, but I really don't think so because I just saw some stuff on his Instagrams and things.
But you know how guys at a certain age will do things and it's all for show because they don't feel comfortable putting the real them out yet. You know what I mean? So give it time. He's still young.
He's going to be 17.
It's okay.
He's still young.
All we got to do is just pray. We'll just pray it away.
Pray him gay.
Pray, but if it would work, then maybe I'll try it.
It's an eggplant.
Oh my God.
Do your mojo. Get on your mojo.
But Rowan's like, oh, I'm going to call you out. I'm like, do it.
Because I knew you were going to call your own self out.
I don't care.
I called her out yesterday.
I told him to his face if he's sure.
I mean, he probably isn't.
Like the grave dancer with the attitude.
Like, how do you know if you never tried it? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know that I don't like seafood if I had never tried it. Like, how would you know?
He likes seafood.
I wouldn't know if I didn't like those nasty beets that my grandma makes if I didn't try it.
Well, you were forced into that one.
Either. I'm not. Although there's a soup that I saw somebody make on Little Mountain Ranch YouTube, and it's called borscht, and it's basically a lot of different beets type. It looks really fucking good, but I can't get past the beets part.
Yeah, they taste like dirt.
Well, I don't really mind that, but aren't they sour? Like bitter sour?
My grandma's taste like dirt.
Well, you
Because I
know,
don't like rutabagas
And-
either.
and-
And if they
It's like it's slightly sweet and salty and dirty. What, Rowan? What, Rowan? Drew here. Hey, Drew.
you know that's what they used
I
to.
forget where Drew is at right now.
You know they used to use beet juice to make red velvet cake.
I mean, the color's there.
the color.
If you
Yeah.
take the beets out of the jar with your fingers are stained.
Mhm.
People back in the day, or maybe used it for dye,
Probably.
like for yarn. When they would do sheep and wool and stuff, they would use beets for that, and carrots for orange, and some other such shit for green.
Isn't it like 3 a.m. right now where you're at, Drew? Like,
You're fine, Drew. Is she in Scotland?
yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be up there or something.
The motherland.
The motherland. I'm only like 9%.
Mhm. Well, we did get to talk about, shielding, so that means we accomplished something tonight.
Yes,
And we
and
will
we
be
got to.
next week, and next week will be on my channel because Rowan doesn't do anything on his channel. Even though he said he was once he got his shed, which he is sitting in right now. That's the
There
shed.
could be a whole house tour.
No, there's too many things you can't see in here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But he does have a big ass TV in there.
I do. Wait, which
Sitting
way?
on the table or on the bar in there.
Don't go too far.
I took one yesterday and I had it on the bar.
He has his shed, and if y'all guys remember, he said once he gets that and it's all done, he was going to start.
It's not
with the
done.
videos. Okay, you lay in there and watch TV like all the time,
No.
Rowan.
What am I smelling?
Literally every
That
time I talk to you on FaceTime, you're in that shed.
Yeah, because I have AC out here. Call him out tequila.
I am. And he's sitting here. He is ass face lying. How often
You
is he
ain't
out in
just
that
lying.
shed?
You ass face lying.
No, he's ass face. How often is he out in that shed, April?
Do you want it in? Do you
You
want
know,
it?
I feel like maybe I should stay out of this.
I don't think so. You were
I
already
think he's-
supportive.
I mean,
The fact that
As I
my child is straight and you were not supporting me. You will support me with the fact that he's in his shed.
okay, he's in his shit all the time. He's in his shit all the time. He's in his shit all the time. He's been talking to me for 2.5 hours in that damn shed. He could have done some shit by now. There, I supported you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, next week will be on my channel.
It will be, and then the next week will be on April's, and then next week will be on T. Taylor's.
Well, fine. No more excuses.
I need to start making videos because
Yeah. I'm
Well,
starting
I thought
with the
like-
camera vlogging, but I haven't done anything yet.
I don't have a camera, but I got a trusty, dusty phone. Well, I want to show off that new tarot deck because it's super fucking cute, and I want to show the Book of Shadows that I just made.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple little things that I want to.
Yes, that sounds good.
Rowan was totally thrown under the shed. That's for damn sure.
Mm-hmm. He
I
is
have no love or respect in this place.
Noah's getting you too. He's been in that damn shed all year.
right? See?
It has not been a year.
It's been quite a few months that you've been putting that shit together. From delivery
it's been
date
put
till
together.
now.
The delivery date was in May.
They have tarot decks at Five Below.
I didn't know that either.
That's interesting. You
I
never
know
know where you're
Five
gonna find a
Below.
treasure at, you know? You never know where
True.
you're gonna find a treasure. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to.
I want to do more thrifting this year. I want to go on thrift hunts.
Yeah, that's fun. That's it. Me and Junior like to go to like a lot of antique shops and stuff like that. And just hop to the next. Just like that's our jam.
I have to go to Myrtle Beach because everything's in Myrtle Beach. I mean, we have like 3 thrift shops here, and then we have a Salvation. I think no, we have a Goodwill and then a rehab store, but that's it. Everything else is like in Myrtle Beach, Pawleys Island, Garden City, stuff like that.
What? You've seen Oracle Days at Home Goods and Marshalls?
What?
I just go there all the time.
Where are y'all at?
Right?
Because I don't have that stuff. But you know what? I was going to say, we live in kind of a weird area where there ain't a whole lot of nothing. The one witch shop we had is now gone. And we do have another witch shop that just opened in the city of Georgetown. And it's called Low Country Magic. And it's actually really cute. And I like it. I got my there.
I'm just gonna have to keep my eyes open because usually when I go to those stores, I go to the same exact areas in there where I'm looking for all the goodies at.
Yeah,
so I just have to keep my eyes more open on other areas of the store, I guess.
I've never seen them here. That's
cool. Juniper said that at Joann's.
We don't have a Joann's here at all.
I thought Joann's was a Christian store, like owned by the Christians.
Maybe they're opening up.
Am I confusing it with
parts?
What's that?
The Hobby Lobby.
I'm just confusing it with Hobby Lobby. My bad. Yeah. Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
They want a He Shed tour. He has like a bunch of stuff in there that publicly can't be seen. But he'll show you his TV. He's proud of his TV.
Yeah, see the TV right here.
It's a big.
Can you do an outside walk around?
What?
Are you gonna plant flowers? Put in a path?
I have potted plants right now, but the spring season's almost upon us, so probably.
I know. I want to plant tomatoes.
You had quite a bit of plants last year.
Yeah, they're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My poor coneflower is the thing. It got bit by the frost, but it's okay.
Yeah, we lost quite a bit in the drought that was here. Like, we were watering as much as we were allowed to, but we lost some of our newer trees that we planted.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them survived, but 2 or 3 of them passed.
Always breaks your heart.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because this property doesn't have enough trees for my liking. Are we coming to the end of this?
Yeah, because I gotta go do things. But so next week, Tequila's channel, same time, same place. Or do we need to make it later?
No, I mean, I was a few minutes late, but right now what they're doing, why we're getting stuck in traffic so badly is because they're expanding the freeway out there, and they're doing a lot of night construction.
Okay, that's why it's so clogged all of a sudden.
Yeah, and it's like it's really bad now because it's going to be better later.
Yeah. It always gets worse before it gets better.
If anything, it'll be the same time next week, but like, don't fret if it's like 10 minutes late just because of traffic.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, okay with me. I'm off tomorrow. We're just going shopping tomorrow.
Fun.
All my groceries.
I got work.
Same. I'm off Monday, so I got a 3-day weekend, and I ordered my groceries, so I'll pick it up on my way home tomorrow.
I want to go to Sam's and get snacks.
I ordered my Sam's too. They delivered it to my door, and I'm out here in the boonies in Sam's.
That's nice.
I'm in the boonies, but like
closest Sam's to us is about 45-50 minutes from here without traffic.
Okay. Well, see, we got to go up that way because I have a Michael's coupon, and I have a a thing I got to get at Home Depot, so I'm just gonna make a trip. Otherwise, I would have ordered the Sam's, but since I got to be out that way anyway,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if they got any good snacks. I need night snacks.
There are some things they won't deliver because I tried to order a case of Yoo-hoo and they wouldn't deliver that out here.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Let me see.
in the glass bottle.
The glass bottle is the best way, but me and Laura will buy them in a can and then we'll put them in the freezer and just let them get a little frosty and just, oh, they're so good. It's okay.
That sounds good. Well, I'm trying to eat more. I want salads, so I gotta get cucumbers. I gotta get some lettuce. I want some grapes. I want some apples. I want some oranges if they have them. Last time they didn't have them.
Oranges
Hey,
are really expensive right now.
Got any grapes? Any waddle?
I'm craving navel oranges.
Yeah, I just bought me a bag. It was $9.
Get you that skinny pop popcorn and eat it with a tangerine and an orange. Change your life.
I don't like the skinny pop. Let me tell you why.
Can we do a movie theater butter?
Thank you.
Any kind of popcorn. Jiffy Pop.
No, it's got to be Orville Redenbacher or Act 2 or 3.
I was
whatever.
waiting for her to say it because I can't say that name, and I was like,
Orville Redenbacher.
yes, so that's what it has to be.
Do you say pop pound?
Orville.
Orville
Redenbacher.
will do it.
His
I
name
can't
is
say
Orville
what is it, tea and lemonade combination at Chick-fil-A.
Youngster. I'll start with me.
What? Oldster.
It's called an Arnold Palmer.
Oh, Arnold Palmer.
I'm almost 50 years old.
Arnold
Palmer.
Palmer. I don't know. There's too many things my tongue wants to say that.
Palmer, like the lemonade tea mix?
Lemonade and sweet tea
Yes,
together.
and I can't fucking say that word to save my life.
There's a lot of words I can't say.
Arnold Palmer.
Something about the Arnold Palmer.
Paige, hey,
Can't do it.
what are you doing?
She's like, nothing.
Yeah, her head was between.
Arnold.
Girl, y'all want to say goodbye to Alka? She goes back home tomorrow. Alka,
Oh, Alf.
we had her for 2 weeks. Now she has to go back home.
Make sure you send that toy home with her.
There's a bunch of those squeakers. There's not just one. She's just the only one that squeaks them like that. So yeah.
I told y'all you need the screaming chicken.
No.
Well, he got to see the little demon earlier, but now little demon's nowhere to be found. So somebody's kidnapped it.
Oh no, it was behind you when I first came on.
Where?
The cat?
Went in his ass.
Have you seen how big he is?
Yeah, it was behind you. I could see a tail this way and a head this way, and it was walking on something very close to your bird cage.
Oh, yeah. Well, Alan's got to pick up 10 million things over there because he's knocking stuff off to get to the bird cage.
Mm-hmm. I seen it. All right.
Anywho, I guess we need to get off here.
Yes, we got to get out to here. I got some more things to do, and we will be back next Thursday on my channel. And yeah, that's all I got.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
They don't believe us because we come back, we pop in, and we're gone, and then we pop out, and then we're
We'll come back for 2 weeks and be gone for 6 months.
like,
It keeps them on their toes.
It's all right. We're like herpes.
We just flare up every once in a while.
You just gotta use the cream to get rid of us.
Oh my god.
But on that note, good night, all. I'm getting in
everybody.
broadcast.
You got control. I don't. We're just gonna sit here
I'm
and wait and leave.
I'm
See you guys.
And we are